Hi foodies! Today we are going to be making Malai Kofta. It's a very easy recipe and I'm sure you'll find it yummy. Let's look at the ingredients. Okay, so let's have a look at the ingredients that are going to go in the Malai Kofta. The first part, we're going to look at the ingredients for the kofta. You will need half a teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of garam masala powder or spices. You'll need half a teaspoon of salt or as per taste. I've taken some cashews as well. You'll need this for the kofta. It's optional if you're not allergic. And you'll need this for the gravy as well. But again, it's optional. And then you'll need coriander leaves. Now these are just, I've taken a handful. I've taken one green chili. I've cut them into small kind of, I've chopped them. And then I've taken all-purpose flour or maida. I've taken about 3 tablespoons, but we'll keep adding. I'll let you know, we'll add about 2 tablespoons, but 1 tablespoon, we'll just use it later for frying the koftas. I've taken paneer. I've taken 200 grams of paneer. Now this is like Indian cottage cheese. So I've taken that. You can take any brand, no problem. And then I've taken about 4 medium-sized potatoes. I've boiled them and I've just mashed these potatoes, and you'll need oil for frying. So I'm going to add the paneer cheese into it. I'm going to add the coriander leaves. I've left about half of it. I've taken 1 green chili. I've chopped it. I'm going to be adding salt, as I said, half a teaspoon or as per taste. And then I'm going to add garam masala, half a teaspoon. Okay, and now I'm going to be adding half a teaspoon of chili powder. Okay, and we're going to mix it really well. Okay, so I've mixed this really well. Now I'm going to put the all-purpose flour or maida. Just keep adding little by little and keep mixing it. Don't add everything together, because what will then happen is it'll create lumps, and when you're eating the koftas, you'll find like lumps of just the flour. So I don't want that to happen. So just keep mixing it little by little. Okay, so now our dough is almost ready. So what I'm going to do is, at this stage you'll need to use your hands. So I've washed them, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a little bit of the plain flour. I'm just going to like spread it across my hands, okay? And I'm just going to use a little bit of it, okay? And try and make it like a cutlet. What I'm going to do is, I just want to kind of like, you know, once I'm frying the koftas, I want to add 1 cashew nut in it, and I'm going to just wrap it around it. Now if you're allergic to nuts, or if you don't like cashews, then you can actually not use this. It's just optional, but you can just make the koftas just like this. Now the important bit in this is, because when we're frying it, what we don't want is for these to break. So I'm just going to dust it with all-purpose flour as well, so like this. Just a little bit. You don't have to like completely soak it in, but just a little bit. Here we go, just, okay, and that's it, it's ready. Okay, so I've made about 14 koftas with this, and now I'm going to fry it. I'm just going to heat the pan up, add oil, and I'm going to just fry these. Okay, the oil is heated enough, as I mentioned. I'm just going to shallow fry this now. And the important thing is, we don't want our koftas to break. So that's the reason why I'm going to just put it in gently. Okay, so our koftas are ready. I'm just getting the final few done, and then I'm going to show you the ingredients for the gravy. I'll leave these koftas aside. As you can see, I've not deep fried them. This will give it an amazing flavor. Okay, so now at this stage we're going to make the first part of the gravy. Okay, So let me just go through the ingredients. So I've taken 1 medium-sized chopped onions. Now these don't have to be finely chopped because we're ultimately going to blend that anyways. Then I've taken about 4 small tomatoes. I've taken garam masala powder. You can actually just take the normal garam masalas as well, and you can actually blend it, but I'm showing you an easy version of the recipe. So I've just taken ground garam masala powder or spices. I've taken about 10 cashews. Again, if you're not allergic, you don't have to use this. And then I've taken about half a teaspoon of salt. Okay, I've taken Okay, I've taken 1.5 teaspoon of oil. You can use the same oil in which we fried our kofta. Just gonna let it mix a bit. I'm going to add the salt because that will help the onions to soften as well. I'm now adding the tomatoes. I'm now going to add the garam masala powder or spices. This is about 1 teaspoon. Now I'm adding the cashews and I'm just going to mix it really well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it with a lid and I'm going to let it cook for about 10 minutes so that my onions soften. And then I'm going to let it cool and I'm going to blend this together into a mixture. Okay, so this is the paste that I've made. So I've blended it all together. I added a little bit of water, about half a cup of water as well. So this is how it looks. Okay, so now for the next part of this recipe where we're going to make the gravy, we're going to add a lot more flavors to it and make it a yummy Malai Kofta. So you will need, I've taken about 2 tablespoons of butter. I've already heated some oil in the pan, about 1 tablespoon. This is 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste. I've taken 1 teaspoon of kasuri methi as well. If you don't have this, it's okay, not a problem. You can skip this. I've taken fresh cream as well. We're going to add some in the gravy and then we'll use it to garnish as well. You'll need about 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. You'll need about 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder. You'll need 1 teaspoon of chili powder and a handful of coriander leaves. Okay, so to the oil, I'm going to add the butter as well. The butter is going to give it a yummy flavor. Okay, I'm going to add the ginger garlic paste to it now. Okay, so I'm going to add the chili powder, 1 teaspoon of it. Okay, so now I'm going to mix the mixture that we blended. Okay, so now we're going to just mix this together and I'm going to just increase the flame a bit, okay? Okay, so now this is the consistency of the gravy, but if you want to make it a little more like watery, then just add a little bit of water. So I've just added 3-4 tablespoons of water. Okay, at this stage I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder and I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. This is going to give it an amazing flavor. Mix it thoroughly. Okay, so now I'm going to add the kasuri methi. These are fenugreek seed leaves. Okay, so you can get this in any supermarket, but as I said, if you don't have it, it's fine. There'll be no compromise on taste. I think I mentioned before, I try and cook with minimal ingredients and try and make the recipe really simple to follow. And if you've seen, I've used just the same utensils. I've not used many, so it's so that it comes out really easy and you don't have too many vessels to cook and wash and things like that. Okay, so I'm going to add the cream now. At this stage, I'm going to be adding about 2 teaspoons. Okay, so now I'm adding a few chopped coriander leaves. If you are new to my channel, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. I post recipes pretty much every day, so please do subscribe to my channel. I'm sure you'll find something interesting. Okay, now this is done. Our gravy is done, so now we'll plate it up. Okay, here we go. So what I did is I put the koftas first, and then I just put the gravy, and I've garnished it with a little cream and coriander leaves. This is a very easy recipe. Please try it and let me know how it tastes, and please do like, share and subscribe. I'm going to ask my mom to taste it and let me know how it is. How is it, Mom?
Wow, it's yummy. It's like a restaurant style.
Wow, that's good. So I'm sure you'll find it yummy as well. Thank you.